So if you guys decide to become exclusive and be an item, then by all means, you know, at some point you do need to be honest in where you are at with your feelings. But when you are just dating and you just happen to fall in love unintentionally, it is very necessary for you to do the proper assessment yourself, which includes observation, because you can very much fall in love with this person, so you think. Do some more observation, you tell them. Do some more observation and you find out that you really don't like this person. That you guys really don't mesh. You're really not there. That's why it is necessary to have these checks and balances within yourself, particularly because in our community we no longer have the idea of a community being involved with relationships. So we don't have, often we're too secluded and we don't open up to people who may help us see things a little clearer. So we're processing all of these things on our own. So this is why you have to be aware of when you get these feelings. That is just one step. The next step is to observe to see if this person is worthy of your love. And you know, I'm in a very, very happy relationship. I'm in love. This is the first time I have been in love. And of course, I see that the potential can be forever. However, if it's not, because I have put enough investment into myself, because, and sisters and brothers, you should be doing this as well. You put the investment in yourself. I observed a long enough time to know, okay, he has the tools that can give me the love that I know I require. And I know that I can give him that exchange. Now, regardless of whether or not the feelings were there, I wasn't going to share whatever those feelings were, because I had to ensure that everything I was feeling was accurate and they weren't just infatuation. It wasn't just he got some good loving, he's got some money, he's got some access, he's got some popularity. I had to make sure that everything was a proper assessment within myself. And that is what has made my union strong, is because I know that beyond the shadow of a doubt that this, I have observed enough to know that this is real. Okay, and this is what needs to happen when we're dealing with each other. Because if you're just dating and you're falling in love with people without proper observation, the next question I would have is, how do you know that this is real? Okay, you can feel whatever you want to, and the emotions are very raw. You do need to follow your intuition. You do need to do all of that. But when this man is not giving you the commitment that you require, you need to make sure that you are assessing yourself and you're not putting yourself out there without your own confidence that he can be that to you, because he's not even being exclusive to you. Now, I'm not talking about if you guys are dating beyond and it's exclusive. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about you guys are dating. He is letting you know he is not being monogamous, that he is dating other people, that he's being honest and telling you these things. Then you need to have some type of a standard. And when you fall in love with someone, there seems to be a tendency of your own standard falling short. Okay, yes, this is my first time being in love, but I've been involved with other men enough to know what love is not. So I think when you get your wisdom, you get your wisdom. It doesn't matter how many times you've been in love. It doesn't matter any of that. When you can clearly see this is what it takes for a successful relationship, you should be able to claim that wisdom and apply that wisdom. Don't think that you have to be 40 years old, 6 times married, 14 kids, before you get the lesson of what love, real love is, truly being in love with someone is. No, when you truly are in love with someone, in my experience, as well as in my opinion, when you are truly in love with someone, this gives you the wisdom, because you're truly in love. You know what I'm saying? You learn, and then you can go back and look. Hindsight is 20/20, but you can go back and look in retrospect and say, this is what has happened, and this is what I did in the past. And this is what love is not. This is what being in love is not. And there is nothing wrong with that. We have to be very clear and open with what our standard for what we require of a mate is met as well. That doesn't mean because you have fallen in love with someone that your standard has to stop, that you are being put to the back burner for the sake of this person who might not even love you back. You know what I'm saying? That is the risk. Now, the risk is once you guys are exclusive, there is a risk that you would tell somebody you love them and they don't love you back. That is a risk. But you should not be exposing yourself like that when you guys are just in the dating zone, because there has not been proper observation. Have you even gotten through the questions you need to ask this person? Have you even spent enough time? Do you know what this person acts like in public? Do you know? I mean, there are so many things that need to be observed before you get that open with anybody. Okay, men, this is for the brothers too. Okay, I have had men say they fell in love with me after 4 conversations. No, boo-boo, you have fallen in love with the idea of LadiHnH. You have not fallen in love with me, because if you did, you would observe me a little bit more and realize that I'm not going to give you what you want, because I'm not interested in you in that capacity. So this is not just for sisters, brothers. We need to let y'all know to take heed to this too, because you cannot fall in love and not have proper observation. And observation means conversation. That means questions being asked, time being spent, conversations on the phone, how you guys act in public together, your energy when you wake up in the morning. All of these things are observations that need to happen before you can really determine, in my opinion, if your love is real. Now, that doesn't mean that the feeling isn't there. That means that you need to properly assess to confirm that the feeling is real. And I don't know. I think men have a tendency to think, will say that because of what I'm saying, that this is not fair and we're not being honest with you. Why do you need to know that I'm in love with you if you don't love me? Why do you need to know that when we have not even given each other the commitment to one another to even try to be in love with one another? Why do you need to know that? You don't. Okay, and this is because if we do that, I'm gonna fall in love with you. We're gonna keep dealing with each other because you know, I've spoken to some brothers that said they wouldn't stop talking to a sister just because she was in love. So you're gonna continue to grow with me. And then you're going to get upset because I'm going to request that some things alter. You don't need that pressure. I don't need that pressure. Let me assess and make sure that what I feel is real, so that there is room for constant, open, honest communication down the road. You know what I'm saying? And that's what needs to happen, is that you can't think that you're in love without proper observation. You can't. You can't. And until we get back to where our community and the sisterhood, we are looking out for one another in that proper way, and I believe that we are. Reach out to other sisters who have been there. Reach out to brothers who can say, sister, this is probably where he's at because I'm a man and I'll give you some game. Reach out to your resources and to give you that checks and balance that you need. Okay, so tonight is Thursday. We are going to do a Goddess Awakening Blog Talk Radio show. Go to www.blogtalkradioforwardslash LadiCrenShaw. Lady Crenshaw, that's Lady with an I, Crenshaw. And we will be on at 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, midnight Eastern Standard Time. This week and next week, we will be broadcasting for the last Tuesdays and Thursdays. And then starting on February 14th, we will be broadcasting Sundays and Wednesdays at the same time, 10 o'clock Mountain Standard Time, midnight Eastern Standard Time. We have a blast. Tonight, we are going to have Israel Light talking about artist responsibility. Next week, we are going to have Dr. Phil Valentine. I'm excited about that, right in time for this cracker Valentine's Day. So please keep supporting. You can find me on Facebook at LadiHnH Crenshaw, Lady with an I, and Visions. I love you, family. Be good. This is Goddess Awakening.